if we start, you will see given information is the incomplete foundation of an external wall. So it's this one. External wall is a load-bearing wall, which means it's wider than the dividing walls inside the house. Then partial elevation showing a window as well as cutting plane AA. So it's this piece. An elevation is a side profile of a house. Partial because if you see these zigzag lines, that means that the sketch carries on. It's just showing a part. Okay. Then you have details of for the window, which is that the outside window sill is a brick on the edge. That we usually draw at a 30-degree angle. Then we have the inside window sill. It's slate and it is 150 by 25. Then we have a lintel. So a lintel is the thing at the top of your windows and doors to help with support. Okay, that's a single beam and it is 200 by 100 millimeters. Instructions. Use the given information and draw the following to a scale of 1 to 20. What does this mean? Do we multiply or divide? Divide. Okay, a detailed sectional view on AA showing the following clearly. The wall and foundation detail and a complete window detail including both window sill, DPC and lintel. What's a DPC? Proof course. Right. Okay, then note the label. Yeah. NPC. Non-playable character. Also a damp-proof course, DPC. Okay. Label the drawn views. Draw and indicate the following clearly on the drawing. The finished floor level. What's the abbreviation for the finished floor level? FFL. Then all locations where the DPC has been installed and your natural ground level. What's the abbreviation for natural ground level? NGL. All hatching must be shown clearly. Okay, so I'm going to start by what I have. What I do have is measurements on this bottom of the page, and I have the heights on this given section. So I'm just going to project the heights over to the space where I need to draw. I'm going to project the height of the window, the bottom of the window, the finished floor level, and the ground line. Then I'm going to give myself a center line anywhere in the space so that when I work, I know everything will be centered and neat. Anyway. Then your whole sketch will move up. Okay, so we just ran through the hatching methods. So I'm just going to show you where the hatching is going to fit in while you are catching up. So over here we have a wall. Our floor will sit here. Then this is our foundation. So foundation is made of concrete that contains rocks, sand, cement, water. So I have little triangles for the rocks and dots for the rest of the mixture. Okay. Then we have our natural ground, or the stirred ground. We're supposed to do it all the way around, but I'm just going to do a few examples. Right. Then we have our hard core. So the hard core is a zigzag pattern. Then we have the concrete bed, which is just spots. No, sorry. Concrete has triangles and spots. Then we have the screed, which is just spots. And our wall is being hatched with 2 lines close together, space, 2 lines close together, space. You can always assume that it will be in this sketch it is going to. This one. You can always assume that you're going to hatch your wall like this, unless they specify that it's a face brick, then you would put a line in the middle. Okay. So, this line over here indicates my NGL, which means that I can use these measurements to go down from this line. And then the 170 will go up in here. So, gonna start by taking 250 divided by 20. $12.5. And then 200 divided by 20. Yeah, just extended this dark one. And then it goes down 12.5. And then 10. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the measurement? How did you get this one?
It's just randomly placed, more or less in the middle of the page. Okay, 250 divided by 20 is 12.5. Or you can choose to use 12 or 13. Okay. Our concrete foundation is 600 wide. So 600 divided by 20. Okay, so then I'm going to go 15 to the left of my center line, 15 to the right. So I'm just going to darken that line. And it goes up to the wool. Same on the other side. Yeah. So, because the ground carries on indefinitely, we need to add a type of a part section. So you can freehand this. So a part section is where you only show a piece of the hatching. I still see a lot of empty desks. Right. Then to hatch the ground, I'm going to use my 45-degree ruler and switch between 3 to 4 lines. Thank you. Yeah. Right. So, next we have our hard core. That will be 85 millimeters high, unless specified otherwise. But 85 divided by 20, giving you, I think, 4.25. So you can just use 4. This will go up against the wall. I just drew a random line here to know where I'm going to stop my sketch. So it will go from the wall to wherever I want it to stop. To hatch it, it's going to use a zigzag pattern that's 45 degrees. So the next one comes from the center of your sketch. It's the same size, also 85, so it means 4 millimeters. Hello. This concrete bed, settle down. It's gonna be triangles and spots. Whatever's left, so this extra millimeter, this is gonna be your screed. And you hatch it by just adding spots. Then we have our windowsill. The windowsill, you have instructions that says it is 150 by 25. So 150 divide by 20. What do you get? Seven, 5. Okay. So from the center of your wall, you're going to draw a 30-degree line. That's 7,5 or 7 millimeters long. 30 degrees. It's 25 thick. So that will be 1,5. Underneath your windowsill, you have a cavity . The inside windowsill is also 7.5 by 1 millimeters. It's 7.5 by 1. Yeah. Okay, then I'm also going to hatch my walls. 2 lines close together. A space, 2 lines close together. Then we have our window. For the window, I just projected the height over. Then on the inside, I'm going to have my window frame. For that, I'm taking it 1 millimeter to the left, 1 millimeter to the right. From the center line. Okay, then we have a lintel at the top. What's the height of the lintel? I think maybe 100. 100 by 200. Huh? Yeah, single beam. Okay. So then 100 divided by 20. 200 is the width. So 100 divided by 20. 5. Great. Hatch it with triangles and dots. And then the rest of the wall can be hatched. Almost done. On your left side, you'll see there's a line that has a little zigzag. This we call a break line. It is a line that indicates that something's still continuing, but it's irrelevant to us now. So we need to show a break line up here to show that the roof is still coming, but we don't care about it right now. So for that, I used to use a 45-degree angle, but you can freestyle it if you need to. 45 degrees, then 60 to take it down, 60 to take it up. I'm going to repeat it now. On this side, I also need to add a break line to show that it continues. So I'm going to add a 45-degree line in the center somewhere. Or let me do it up here. Okay, 45 degree. Then 60 back to the original spot. Okay. Now, rest of the question asks that the wall and foundation detail, that's done. Complete the window detail, including both the window sill, DPC and lintel. We have the window sill. The DPC I'll show you now. This is our lintel, sorry. Lintel. The DPC, what does that stand for? Yeah? Yeah. Damp proof course. So that's located over here underneath the windowsill at the bottom. So I'm just going to add a little line so that I can label, not skew, DPC. So this zigzag here is my DPC. DPC, damp proof course. What's next in the instructions to do? Label the drawing. Okay, so the label will be sectional elevation or sectional view at the top. Oh no, the bottom has a label already. Okay, what's next on the instruction list? Finished floor level. Okay. Okay. Okay, finished floor level. So the finished floor level is right on top of this screed. So I'm just going to add a little line. A little line. And instead, anyway, as long as it touches this top part. Then I'm just making the bottom part of the line thicker. This will be my arrow. Then I'm going to label FFL, finished floor level. We have another DPC that you'll find over here. Just need to label that as well, DPC. What will this piece be? So NGL. Okay. See if there's anything else. Nope. That's it for the window. So the window and the door may or may not both or only one be in your test. So this is for question 3, paper 1.